Rupanzal, good evening, dear little friends. I'm your sister Alice. Tonight, let's listen to a story before bed. Today, we will tell a story about bravery and love. It's called The Girl with the Golden Hair. A long time ago, there was a beautiful girl with the longest and most beautiful golden hair in the world. She was locked in a tall tower by a wicked witch, and no one could go in or out. But one day, a brave prince passed by and heard the girl's beautiful singing. He was deeply enchanted. The prince decided to save her and tried many different ways. In the end, would they succeed in escaping? Let's listen to the story together and see how they use courage and love to overcome difficulties. In a faraway kingdom, there was a small village at the edge of a dense forest. Deep in this forest was a tall tower surrounded by vines and wildflowers, making it look like a castle of a fairy tale. The tower housed a very beautiful girl named Golden Hair. She had golden hair that shone like the sun. But since she was born, she had been locked in the tower by a wicked witch who was jealous of her beauty and wouldn't let her see the outside world. Golden Hair sang every day in the tower. Her voice was so beautiful that it could travel through the forest to faraway places. One day, a brave prince got lost in the forest. He heard her singing and was deeply attracted. The prince decided to find the person singing and help her gain freedom. The prince began his journey to find Golden Hair. What kind of difficulties would he encounter? Would sparks fly between them? Let's continue to explore the story. Good night, dear little friends. I hope you can be as brave as Golden Hair in your dreams and as kind as the prince. On a distant European continent, there was an ancient kingdom surrounded by forests. In the kingdom, There was a village where the villagers lived simply and harmoniously. But at the edge of the village was a deep forest where a witch with mysterious powers lived. She lived in the center of the forest in a tall tower covered with vines and wildflowers, looking like a hidden castle in the greenery. A long time ago, Golden Hair's mother became very sick and needed a special herb that only grew in the witch's garden. With the witch's help, Golden Hair's mother regained her health. But before she recovered, she made a promise if she had a daughter, she would give her to the witch to raise. Soon after, Golden Hair was born with beautiful long golden hair. But sadly, her parents had to keep their promise and gave her to the witch. The witch locked Golden Hair in the tall tower, not allowing her to see the outside world. The tower had no door, only a high window through which Golden Hair could see the outside world. The witch used magic to climb the tower daily and bring food and necessities for Golden Hair. Though she was locked up, Golden Hair's heart was full of freedom and dreams. She often expressed her emotions and dreams through her beautiful singing, which traveled far beyond the forest. Year after year, Golden Hair grew up in the tower, and her singing became even more beautiful. Eventually, an unexpected chance brought about a change in the world outside. Hey, young prince. While hunting in the forest, heard Golden Hair singing. He was deeply captivated and decided to find the singer. He didn't know how hard the road ahead would be or what kind of adventure he would face. His heart was full of courage and hope. He believed that if he followed his heart, he would find Golden Hair. The prince got lost in the forest. But his mind was set on finding the owner of that beautiful voice. He followed the singing through dense trees, across flowing streams, not stopping even when night fell. Under the moonlight, he finally saw the tall tower covered with vines and flowers. The tower reached into the sky, and the prince stood at its base, looking up to see a small window with a faint light. He called loudly, but only his echo answered. The prince didn't give up. He began searching for a way into the tower. He tried climbing the vines but kept slipping off. Just when the prince was about to give up, he noticed a big tree next to the tower with branches strong enough to support him. The prince gathered his courage and started climbing the tree. After much effort, he reached the top and from there saw the tower's window. The prince used all his strength to jump to the window. Just as he was about to reach the ledge, a gust of wind blew, causing him to lose his balance and almost fall. But at that moment, Golden Hair let down her long golden hair like a golden rope and caught the prince. He grabbed her hair tightly and she gently pulled him into the tower. Inside the tower, though simple, it was warm and cozy. Golden Hair and the prince sat facing each other. She told the prince her story and about her longing to see the outside world. The prince was moved by her courage and innocence, and he vowed to help her escape. However, the witch soon discovered the prince's presence. Angry, she used magic to throw the prince out of the tower. He fell to the forest floor, unconscious. Golden Hair cried inside the tower, her songs becoming sad and desperate. But the prince didn't give up. When he woke, he found himself surrounded by a group of small animals. They seemed to be moved by his courage and decided to help him. The prince and the animals devised a plan to rescue Golden Hair. They needed to find a way to break the witch's magic and free Golden Hair. The prince woke up in the forest surrounded by little animals. Some touched him gently with their wet noses. Others kept him warm with their small bodies. The prince felt unprecedented warmth and strength. He knew these little animals were the forest spirits, willing to help him complete his mission. The prince and the animals discussed their plan to rescue Golden Hair. They decided to act when the witch left the tower to gather herbs. The prince knew it might be his only chance, and he had to succeed. On the day the witch left, the prince and the animals quietly came to the tower. They found the window magically locked, making regular tools useless. The prince was anxious but didn't give up. He carefully observed the tower's structure and found a small crack. He decided to use magic to try to open the window. The prince recited a magic spell, and the animals cheered him on. As he recited, the crack gradually widened and until it formed a hole big enough. The prince and the animals jumped with excitement, knowing success was within reach. At that moment, Golden Hair's song filled the air again, full of hope and anticipation. The prince and the animals were deeply moved by her song, knowing she was cheering them on. The prince decided to try again, using all his strength to finally open the window fully. The prince and the animals climbed into the tower one by one. They saw Golden Hair sitting by the window, looking out into the forest. When she saw the prince and the animals, her eyes lit up with joy. The prince reached out to her, telling her they had found a way to free her. Golden Hair held the prince's hand tightly, her eyes filled with tears. She knew she could finally leave the tower and chase her dreams. The prince and the animals helped Golden Hair carefully climb out of the tower. They walked through the forest together, enjoying the fresh air and warm sunlight. Golden Hair and the prince's bond grew stronger during this adventure. They supported each other, facing difficulties together. The prince's bravery and persistence, along with Golden Hair's innocence and hope, made their friendship unbreakable. They knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, as long as they were together, nothing was impossible. As Golden Hair, the prince, and the animals were celebrating their newfound freedom, the witch suddenly returned from the forest. She saw the tower window open and immediately knew what had happened. She angrily summoned her dark powers, intent on stopping them and bringing Golden Hair back to the tower. The prince and the animals quickly led Golden Hair away, but the witch's magic was powerful. She summoned winds and fog, making the forest confusing and hindering their progress. The prince held Golden Hair's hand tightly, knowing they couldn't give up and had to find a way out. Just then, Golden Hair's long hair fluttered in the wind, and she had an idea. She told the prince and the animals that her hair might be their salvation. Golden Hair had the prince weave her hair into a long rope they could use to navigate through the fog and find a safe path. The prince and the animals quickly got to work, weaving Golden Hair's hair into a rope and securing it to a big tree. Her hair shone with a golden light in the sunlight, guiding them through the fog and avoiding the witch's pursuit. Lost in the fog, the witch's anger and magic seemed insignificant against nature's power. Golden Hair, the prince, and the animals finally made it safely across the forest to an open meadow. Looking back, they saw the witch's figure disappearing into the fog. In the meadow, Golden Hair took a deep breath of fresh air, feeling freer than ever. The prince and the animals gathered around her, celebrating their success. Golden Hair knew that it was the prince's bravery and the animals' help could allowed her to escape the witch control and she felt grateful. At that moment, a rainbow appeared in the sky, spanning the forest and meadow like a bridge to a new life. Golden Hair, the prince, and the animals held hands and walked across the rainbow bridge, knowing that no matter what lay ahead, their united hearts could overcome any obstacles to their happiness. Dear little friends, are you touched by Golden Hair's courage and the prince's persistence? Imagine if you were Golden Hair, locked in a tall tower. Would you also use your song to express your hope and dreams? Or if you were the brave prince, would you be willing to help others in need no matter the cost? In this story, Golden Hair and the prince faced many difficulties and challenges, but they never gave up. They used wisdom and courage to overcome everything, gaining freedom and happiness in the end. This tells us that no matter what difficulties we encounter, if we have courage and determination, we will always find a way to solve our problems. Little friends, do you also have your own dreams and hopes? They might seem far away now, but as long as you pursue them bravely like Golden Hair and the prince, your dreams will one day appear in your life like a rainbow. Remember, every little effort is a step towards your dream. Let's cheer for our dreams and work hard for the future. Night has fallen, and the stars are twinkling in the sky. Golden Hair and the prince, accompanied by the animals, found a warm and comfortable place to rest. They sat around a campfire, sharing their experiences and feelings from the day. The firelight reflected on their smiling faces, warm and bright. Golden Hair gently stroked her golden hair, knowing that it was not just her hair, but a symbol of her freedom and hope. The prince quietly watched her, his eyes full of love and respect. The animals curled up by their side, enjoying the peaceful night. The surrounding forest seemed to be singing for their reunion. The rustling of leaves sounded like a lullaby. Golden Hair and the prince leaned against each other, feeling warm and safe. They knew that tomorrow would be a new day, filled with new adventures and challenges, but for now, they wanted to enjoy this peaceful night. Dear little friends, it's time for you to go to bed too. Imagine you are like Golden Hair and the prince, finding a warm and safe place to sleep. Close your eyes, feel the peace and warmth around you. And let your dreams take you to explore more wonderful worlds. Good night, dear little friends. May you have a beautiful dream. Hope you enjoyed our magical journey. Before you drift off to sleep, don't forget to subscribe to CuddleUp Tales to ensure you never miss a story. Good night, little ones. Sweet dreams.